Hi, everybody. Dan Illman, Mike Beer. Race number 8 at Sam Houston on Sunday. Graded stakes action. It's the Grade 3 John B. Connally Turf Cup. $200,000 is the purse. It's one of 2 graded stakes races on the card, so be sure to bet with a DRF Bets account. Sign up, deposit $50, bet with $200. Learn more at bets.drf.com. Let's take a look at the field for the John B. Connally Turf Cup. You see there is a heavy favorite in this race. The number 4 Bigger Picture is 4-5 on the morning line. He has banked $1.3 million in his career. He has won this race the last 2 years. Do you see any chinks in his armor?
I mean, not necessarily any chinks, I wouldn't say. I mean, maybe he's a horse who now as an 8-year-old, has lost a step or maybe half a step last year, but he still looks like coming into this spot that he's just way the horse to beat. I mean, it's pretty clear that his best race is just going to make him very hard on this field.
The number 8 Market Off, the second choice on the morning line at 4-1, like the favorite, is trained by Michael Maker, and he's coming off a solid effort at a 1 1/8 race over yielding turf at Churchill Downs. The winner of that race, WW, ran at Gulfstream Park on Saturday. Market Off has been a solid horse throughout his career. He just doesn't win very often, and from watching his tape, I kind of think he finds ways to lose.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. He doesn't feel like a winning type. He is fine over a distance of ground. He's gotten better since Maker stretched him out, but he's like a lot of horses in this race outside of the favorite in that, they aren't exactly winning types. This horse, he's a nice horse and he gets a distance, but he just doesn't win very often.
I don't think the pace will be glacial. I don't think it'll be really fast. I think it'll be fair, and Timeform US, I believe, agrees with the assessment. They got a long shot out there on the lead. The number 3, Lawless West, stretching out from 1 mile to 1.5 miles. He's a son of Giants Causeway, but this is a big ask from a class and distance perspective.
Yeah, I mean, even if he, looked like a horse who was contender on paper, you would still be worried about him stretching out so far in distance. The races he's run don't make him that competitive, and distance could be a real problem for him.
Perhaps the classier speed is the 1, Zapparini, going out for trainer Greg Foley. Florent Giroux picks up the mount. This horse was in chase mode last time out, behind a really quality speed. Great Wide Open has just gotten very good at the fairgrounds over the winter. Zapparini attempted to go after Great Wide Open and was rebuffed. His prior races are solid, but then you have to deal with this additional distance. It's a bit of a question mark.
Yeah, I worry about the distance for him too. He's been 1 3/8 and he's run okay at that distance, but overall they don't go longer distances with this horse. That's a real problem. As a matter of fact, they tried to turn him into a turf sprinter last year. Now they're going long with him again. I don't know how far he wants to go. He's another one. He doesn't win that many races.
Sitting third on the pace projector is the 7, Boudreaux Talking, who has yet to start beyond 1 1/16 in his career. So this is a legitimate stretch out in distance. He's also making his first start as a 4-year-old, so there's a chance for a good forward move. And I actually like the way he won that race at Remington Park 2 starts back against allowance foes. That being said, I'm not sure about the 1.5 miles, and I'm not sure if he's ready just yet for Bigger Picture, but he has some promise for down the road.
Yeah, there's a lot working against this horse, but he's very lightly raced with some upside. He's 3 for 4 on turf in his career. Who knows how far he wants to go, but in a race that lacks interesting long shots, he's one that you could take a look at.
Team Colors is graded stakes placed on both dirt and turf. Last time out at the fairgrounds, Great Wide Open, big changes. He's been against big changes in his last 2, Mr. Misunderstood. Those horses at middle distance, they're pretty good. Team Colors has to stretch all the way out, but when I look at his pedigree, I think it's going to be okay for him. He seems like a grinding type. He's also 7 years old right now, and I'm not sure how much more is left in the tank.
I agree with that. I mean, I'm a fan of this horse. I think he actually had a good year last year as a 6-year-old. It's interesting, he does have pedigree to suggest he'll get this far, but I mean, he's been around for a while now. They've never really tried to stretch him out, so you have to worry about how far he wants to go. And let's be honest, he's risen in class for Joe Sharp, but he's been a claiming horse the last couple of years.
Net Gain trying to rebound from an 0 for 11 2018. Another horse trying to stretch way out in distance. He was 5th in this race at 73-1 behind Bigger Picture, nibbling in races since then. He's the kind of horse that I think needs a really fast pace. And even if he gets it, I'm not sure he's the best closer in this race.
Yeah, I agree with all those things. He's another horse who has a lot of things working against him, and another horse who does not win a lot of races.
Cooptado, the number 9, has raced all over the world. Singapore, Singapore, Dubai, etc. A stakes winner on dirt in North America. His race in the Laurel Turf Cup 3 starts back was okay. He made a move into the pace of Hello Don Julio, didn't change leads in the stretch, but was trying really hard, and then he got wired by Great Wide Open when that one was able to set a slow pace. On his best day, I guess he fits with these horses. Distance is okay. He's just not that consistent.
I agree. I could use this horse underneath. He's not the kind of horse I'd be trying to get on top. He'll probably be a pretty good price in this race, so that you have that going for you. I could use this horse on the bottom of my wagers, though.
We're going to take a look at our top selections for the John B. Connally Turf Cup Stakes. Mike, you like Bigger Picture to make it a three-peat in this race. He is simply the class. I bet Some in Time in this race last year at 14-1. I thought I had Bigger Picture turning into the stretch. He got very drifty, did Some in Time, and Bigger Picture is very tenacious, and he wouldn't let Some in Time go by him. Since then, things have not gone right for Some in Time, but I do like the fact that he's now with a very high percentage trainer in Mr. Loza, who wins almost 30% of the time. And I think the addition of blinkers will help this horse because he has a whale of a time changing leads. Maybe he'll focus better here. And again, he does like the course and distance.
Yeah, it would be nice to see him maybe with the blinkers on not get totally outrun in this race, too. He's got that running style that really works against him. I'm a fan of this horse. I've always liked him. I think he is the second most likely winner of the race. If you can get him at 6-1 or so, there's nothing wrong with that.
But you're going with Bigger Picture to make it 3 in a row in the John B. Connally. I'll take a small stab with Some in Time. 6, 4, 8, and 1 for me. Again, the Connally is one of 2 graded stakes races at Sam Houston on Sunday. You can bet them both with a DRF Bets account. Deposit 50, bet with 200 at bets.drf.com. Approximate post time for the Connally, 5:15 Central. Good luck.